Most men over 50 think they're missing nothing. But the truth is, they miss almost every moment a woman subtly flirts with them. Not because they can't see it, but because the signs have changed. And if you don't notice, the door closes before you even know it was open. Welcome to Dark Feminine Insight, where we uncover the subtle signals women send and how men over 50 can recognize them. Today we're diving into the quiet, powerful questions women ask when they're interested, and what your answers really say about you. Almost all men over 50 miss the exact moment a woman starts flirting. It's not because they can't see it or are out of touch, it's because the signals have changed over the years. She won't grab your arm and giggle like a teenager. She won't say, "I like you," or boldly ask you out. Instead, she'll ask a quiet, casual question. It seems innocent, almost harmless, but it opens a door. And if you don't step through, it closes just as quietly. That's how these moments slip away. You walk off thinking it was just friendly conversation. She walks away thinking, "I guess he's not interested." You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't recognize what she was really asking. This is what we're exploring today. Those subtle, almost invisible moments when women test the waters without diving in. Sideways glances, offhand remarks, small, curious questions, they're all invitations. Over the next few minutes, I'll share 8 quiet questions women ask when they're interested but too careful, too respectful, or unsure to say it directly. You'll learn what she's really asking, why it matters, and how to respond in a way that keeps the door open, without chasing, without trying too hard, just being present, grounded, and fully yourself. Here's the truth. After 50, most men don't need to try harder. They just need to notice more. Once you do, you'll see interest where you thought there was only politeness. You'll feel warmth where you assumed there was small talk. And you'll recognize real adult attraction where you once felt invisible. Let's start with one that sounds innocent, but is actually a big test. How old are you really? Playful on the surface, but when she adds that tiny word, really, she isn't asking for a number. She already knows you're not 30. She's checking how comfortable you are in your own skin. Do you carry your age like a burden or like a quiet badge of honor? Your answer tells her everything. Flinch, dodge, or make a joke about getting old, and she may smile, but the energy shifts. What she's looking for isn't youth. It's presence, confidence, life lived fully without apology. Men who shine here aren't trying to look younger. They've made peace with their timeline. They can say, without hesitation, old enough to know what matters, young enough to still enjoy the ride. Or with a grin, "You want my age or my attitude?" I knew a man named Rick, 64, divorced, silver-haired, stylish. At a jazz lounge, a woman around her late 40s leaned in and asked, "So, how old are you really?" He tried to be clever. "Too old for you?" She laughed, but the spark dimmed. Later, Rick realized he hadn't just dodged a question, he dodged a moment. That's what most men miss. These questions aren't interviews, they're invitations. Answer with self-doubt or self-mockery, and she hears it clearly. Here's another. Why aren't you married? At first, it might sound personal or judgmental, but with a gentle tone, it's curiosity, interest wrapped in caution. She's not digging into your past, she's asking, "Are you emotionally available now? Is there space for someone like me?" Many men stumble, unloading their romantic history or responding defensively. Both shut down the window she opened. A better response is simple, steady, honest, and light. "Life kept me busy, but I have space now for something real." Or, "I just haven't met the right woman yet. Maybe until now." I knew a man named Gerald, 67, widowed young. A woman asked him this in a garden. He froze, gave a stiff answer, and quickly changed the subject. She stopped coming back. He later realized she wasn't being polite, she was testing a spark that never had a chance. Here's a third one. Do you date younger women? Many men get thrown off. Some take it as a compliment, others see a trap. But she isn't asking about your past. She's checking your openness, asking, could I matter to you more than age or appearances? Men mess this up by bragging or shutting it down. Both miss the point. A better answer focuses on connection, not age. I don't date by age. I date by energy and how we connect. That simple, grounded answer keeps the door open and shows her she's seen. These moments are quiet, subtle, and easy to miss. But once you learn to notice them and respond with calm confidence, you'll start seeing interest instead of politeness, warmth instead of small talk, and real attraction instead of invisibility. It's about presence, awareness, and owning your life fully. Or you might say, I care more about how a woman makes me feel than when she was born. I once knew a man named Marcus. He was 59, sharp, stylish, and quick with humor. He met a woman at his favorite bookstore, mid-40s, bright-eyed, asking for a recommendation. They laughed, talked, and grabbed coffee nearby. Then she leaned back and asked, do you usually date younger women? Marcus paused, smiled, and said, I like women who bring good energy. Younger or older doesn't matter. What matters is that we connect. She smiled, not politely, but with real interest. That coffee led to dinner, and dinner to more. That's the power of presence. Noticing the moment, not fumbling when the question is really about permission. She's testing the waters, wondering if it's safe to explore without overextending herself. At this stage of life, attraction isn't about clever lines or games. It's about clarity, kindness, and a spark that keeps the door open. When she asks if you date younger women, that door is already slightly ajar. The choice is yours. Step through or let it quietly close. Another question that seems casual is, what kind of woman do you usually go for? On the surface, it's curiosity. Beneath, it's comparison. She's seeing if she fits your vision. Many men make the mistake of listing traits: athletic, adventurous, tall, blonde, likes golf. But in that moment, she's watching how you see women. Are you chasing an ideal or open to a real connection? A better response highlights qualities that matter and could be in her already. I like women who are thoughtful, curious, and able to laugh even when life is tough. If she asked at all, chances are she's hoping she fits your answer. I knew a man named Elliot, 62, a retired firefighter. While volunteering, a woman asked him this question while painting a fence together. Without overthinking, he said, I guess I like someone calm, someone who makes a place feel peaceful just by being there. She stayed behind to help clean up, later admitting, I was hoping I was your type. Presence, not performance, created that attraction naturally. Psychologically, this is self-selection. She's quietly gathering clues to see if leaning in is safe. Then there's the question, are you always this charming? It comes with a smile, a soft laugh. It seems like a compliment, but it's also a test. She's checking if you can accept warmth without hiding behind humor. Many men deflect, joke, or shrink. A grounded response works best. Only when I'm around someone who brings it out in me. Or, I save it for moments that matter. Alan, 68, a quiet widower, once responded at a dinner party, that depends. Are you always this curious, or am I just lucky? She held his gaze a little longer. The question isn't about charm, it's about chemistry. She's giving an opening to move from friendly to something deeper. Another subtle one is, why don't you have a girlfriend? Simple, but loaded. She isn't asking about your schedule. She's asking if there's room in your life for someone like her. Many men answer closed off, I like my freedom, or relationships are too much work now, quietly shutting the door. A better response leaves space. I've been waiting for something real, or I took my time, but I'm open to being surprised. William, 71, confident and calm, once said, I spent time learning how to be a better man. Now I'm ready for a better kind of love. Her eyes never left his after that. Finally, there's the closest thing to a confession. Would you ever date someone like me? She's vulnerable, putting herself in front of you. Many men freeze or change the subject, and she steps back. The best response is honest, simple. Yes, I already am in my mind. Charlie, 66, a former military man, once said this on a sunset walk. She took his hand and didn't let go. These questions aren't casual, they're openings. Quiet doors being unlocked. The real question isn't the words themselves, it's whether you choose to step forward when the moment is here. Presence, clarity, and confidence are the key. That's how connection grows, quietly but powerfully. The truth is, these moments are quiet, subtle, and easy to miss, but they carry everything that matters. Women over 50 are just as careful, just as thoughtful, and just as cautious with their hearts as ever. The questions they ask aren't casual, they're invitations. Little doors leading to connection, attraction, and trust. How you respond, how present you are, and how confident you feel in your own skin tells her everything she needs to know. So notice the small cues, answer with honesty and warmth, and step into the moments that matter. Because once you do, you'll start seeing interest instead of politeness, warmth instead of small talk, and real connection instead of invisibility. Presence, clarity, and respect. These are the keys, and they're always in your hands. If you enjoyed this insight, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you feel that ding. You never miss a moment. And if this spoke to you, comment the word presence below. I want to see who's ready to notice the subtle signals and step into the connection.